This week's shows are going to be brought to you by Amber Lolli, a really great product. I encourage you guys to go check it out. AmberLolli.com. Link is down below in the description.
Hey, look, I want to talk about this Amber Lolli product again. Whenever something good comes along, I do want to talk about this. My neck, I had a kink in my neck from hell, and the pain was, it gets to the point where you get headaches. So I just grabbed the cream and I rubbed that crap on the back of my neck. After a while, you don't even realize that the pain is gone. You're just going, and how we are several hours later, and I'm still, there's no pain. And it works really quick. I like that. So joint pain and muscles, sore muscles, nice. And then here's the thing about me. I get offered all the time. People want to come on, they want to be sponsors, they want to be this. My thing is, if I don't use your product, I'm not interested. You know, I can sell out everything and make a ton of money, but no, you know, my subscribers to me are very important. But this product here, absolutely, I'm going to endorse this. I like it a lot. AmberLolli.com.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's start talking about what the hell happened to cryptos last night. They took a huge hit. Something happened. There was a hack. That's what happened. Yep, and it caused a chain reaction throughout the crypto markets. Why? Because then all of a sudden we seen a flood of sell-offs, is what it looked like. But there's something else about this hack that has me questioning things. We'll get into those details here in just a moment. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button, because when you do, it helps us get past the algorithm that YouTube puts on us and keeps us from being shadow banned. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. The disclaimer here is I'm not a financial advisor, a lawyer, or an accountant. The information that I share with you, I do freely. It is of my own opinion. Hey folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings and their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right, gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. That's right, head on over to Money Metals when you want to buy gold and silver. Keep in mind, if you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. Hey, right now, a special offer for my audiences only. You have a chance to win 100 free American Silver Eagles. That's over $3,000 in value. And all you have to do is enter your email to win. That's it. That's right, there's no obligations to purchase. The link is down below in the description, so head on over there, enter to win. You have between now and December 31st of this year to enter. The only way you can for sure not win 100 silver American Eagles is by not entering at all. So do yourself a favor and enter your email so you have a chance to win. Okay, so there was a hack that happened last night, and it was a big one. Bringing up another one of my concerns about cryptocurrencies, the fact that they can be hacked. It would seem to me, with all of the technology we have out there these days, blockchain technology, encryption, by now they would have found a way to keep hackers from getting in there and stealing your money. I do think this is part of a much, much bigger picture, but we won't get into that. But last night, a huge hack took place. One of the ways to manipulate a market, whether it's the stock market, the crypto market, gold and silver market, is to dump a product onto the market, flooding it, driving down the value. Remember, think supply and demand. If there is plenty of something or in excess of something, then it really kind of loses its value. if there's a little bit of something that everybody wants, well, then it increases in value. Cryptos are no different. You can have a pump and dump on cryptocurrencies. That's a real thing. So again, currency or crypto manipulation, crashing the crypto market, all these things are my fears. Hacks, it's another fear. Government interference, that's a fear. There's a reason for it. And who they targeted last night is very questionable. So before I get into this real quick, you guys know we did do our interview with Gunther. You can see it right here. There he is. It's being worked on right now. As soon as it's done, I will let you guys know. All right, if we take a look at things right here, look at Bitcoin's at 48,963. A couple things to keep in mind. We know that the derivatives and the futures contracts and people shorting items, that affects the market. Well, don't forget, we had some futures contract where they were showing the value for Bitcoin between 22 and 24,000. So is that why we're seeing such a huge drop in Bitcoin? Maybe, but there are other factors out there. Ethereum, it dropped last night too, but it looks like it's trying to rebound, by the way. $4,148. Solana took a hit last night. It's at $191.21. Cardano's at $1.34. Our New World Order coin is at 80 cents. Polkadot's at $27.99. Dogecoin is at 16 cents. 16, or I should say slightly below 17 cents. Ouchie baba. You can see right here this huge drop off. See this? And the bottom right here falls right out. Look at this. Here we are last night on the fourth around. It's at 19 cents and then boom, it drops all the way down to 13 cents. 6 cents drop. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that is about a third of its value. Drops. It's rebounded a little bit. It's at 17 cents now. So it's hanging around the 17-cent mark. Come over here to Shiba. Shiba took the hit too last night. It was up here around 40 cents. Dropped all the way down to, not 40 cents. It's up here at 40, and then it dropped all the way down to 4030. That's a pretty good hit. It's since rebounded to where it normally is. Somewhere around there, it normally is. Bouncing between the 4039, 4041. So it rebounded, but boy howdy, if you'd have known what was really going on, you knew it was going to rebound, you could take a boatload of money, put it in when it bottomed out at around, right here, it's at 4030. Throw a ton of money in there and wait for it to get back to where it is. That would be crazy. But trust me, these people that are hacking, they know this. They know how it's going to affect the market. So that wouldn't be surprising if you've seen them jump into a bunch of cryptos. You look at the 52-week average, most of them are heading down towards the bottom end of it. Bitcoin's near the halfway mark. Ethereum still, even after everything, Ethereum's still near the top. So is Solana. And we're going to get into Solana here in just a moment. Shatoma, 70469. What happened? Well, it was up here doing its thing, and then all of a sudden dropped really far down here. It's up here around 7059, and then it dropped all the way down to 7038. See this sharp drop off? The past hour, it's negative 2%. The past 24 hours, negative 17.6%. The last 7 days, negative 19%. The last 14 days, negative 24%. The last 30 days, negative 48%. So what happened to Shatoma? Still not giving up on it, by the way. They started sponsoring people, and now these athletes are coming out wearing the Shatoma gear. So what the heck's going on with Shatoma? Well, they seem to be a target. Shiba and Shatoma coins, they seem to be the target of the crypto establishment. Yeah, they're starting to look like one. We saw CoinDesk interfere with the fast-paced growing of both Shiba and Shatoma. They put the brakes on Shiba when they misreported the amount of coins in circulation. And then with Shatoma, they posted this old article. So they posted an article on an individual that works there of a crime that was committed back in 2010. Why would they do that? No, they're purposely interfering with the markets. Now, what happened last night? Satoma got hacked. Not Satoma themselves, but on one of the largest platforms. Here you go. Crypto exchange Bitmark hacked with losses estimated to be $196 million. The latest centralized, you notice that? That's why you probably want decentralized. The latest centralized exchange hack may be amongst the most devastating to date, as Bitmark has lost $196 million in various cryptocurrencies. A tweet from the security analyst first called attention to the alleged hack Saturday night. Currently shows steady outflows of entire token balances, some worth tens of millions of dollars, to an address currently labeled as Etherscan as the Bitmark hackers. So they took all the cryptocurrencies, then they exchanged them. Well, this is what happened with the Satoma ones, by the way. They took the Satoma tokens that they stole and then swapped them for Ethereum tokens and then cashed out. In a follow-up tweet, PeckShield estimated the losses to be $100 million in various cryptos on the Ether blockchain and $96 million on the Binance Smart Chain. The hackers have been systematically using decentralized exchanges, aggregators, 1inch to swap the stolen assets for the cryptocurrencies Ether and using a secondary address to deposit the Ether into privacy mixture Tornado Cash, thus making the hackers' funds harder to track. In an official Telegram channel, Bitmark representatives initially claimed that the outflows were routine withdrawals, referring to the report of the hack as fake news. Well, that's really embarrassing for that platform. How can you trust that platform? The same with Coinbase. So here's my question to you. I keep telling you there's a much bigger agenda. And even though these are my concerns, hacking, government interference, we know the government does not want decentralized platforms because they can't control them. Nobody controls them. The whales can for the most part, but nobody controls the platforms. So what do? You just have, if you're the government, just keep having hackers do what they're doing. Eventually what happens is people are going to get tired of getting their money taken from them, although these platforms are starting to replace the money that was lost. But if you get enough people complaining, the government will say, see, this is why you need a central bank digital currency. See, don't trust cryptocurrencies. Now we're going to have to outlaw those evil people who are doing evil things with them. Well, when your government gets involved and creates the problem and then tries to offer you the solution, you guys shouldn't be surprised at this anymore. This isn't tinfoil hat wearing stuff. Now, I'm not saying there's not hackers out there. There are. But I'm saying it would not surprise me to find out that some of this is coordinated. Bitmark finally came out and said, hey, we did get hacked. They're trying to restore people's cryptos. So that's what happened. So you had a bunch of cryptos that were taken out. A lot of them were dumped on the market, causing a huge drop in all the cryptocurrencies. See, that's the issue I have, is how easy, simplest things affect the entire market. Now, those holding on to Satoma coins, like me, I haven't added any in a long time. We've seen a huge jump in what they call reflections. In other words, the more the coins are sold, traded, or bought on the market, we get rewarded for it. I seen a huge jump in my reflections last night. So for those of you wondering what I'm talking about when I say reflections, this is what I'm talking about. Here's what happened when I bought these. You can see here, see these two numbers? You see 3434379. It went up. That's because they're adding tokens to my holdings from 34379 up to 34383. I'm currently at 34,410,000,000 Satomas. That's earning money just for keeping them there. What does this mean? Satoma, my original amount. So my original amount is 34,260,505,150.86. This is where I am currently now. This is how many Satomas I've earned just for keeping it in a wallet. 152 million Satomas. So the free tokens that you get as it goes up in value, you can see how you benefit from it. Because each one of those are free cryptos that you get. I haven't added anything to it. I just let it go. Not doing anything. It's lost its overall value. That's fine. I'm not panicking though. But the amount of tokens that I hold continue to increase. So the huge spike in my reflections were because of the hack. Now here's the crazy part. There's going to be another spike. Why? Because when they recover the Satomas, they have to bring him back in. That it shows as a sell. Okay, we'll take it. I hate to say it, but we benefited from a hack. You don't want to see that happen. But we did. People are panicking and they're selling off their tokens. So you got amateurs, speculators. They don't know what's going on. All they do is they see their price drop. And they're like, oh my God, I'm losing money. No, you only lose it when you sell it. That's why you just leave it there. It will rebound. But you got to ask yourself again, why is it that Satoma and Shiba seem to be targeted a lot? There was other cryptos, but one of the main ones was absolutely, positively Satoma. So again, we seeing Satoma be the target. Shiba be the target. Why? What is going on? Why are they hell-bent on trying to crush these coins? I can tell you why. This is my opinion. They don't want this industry to be turned into some joke. These are meme coins. They were put together as a joke. They're not supposed to be accumulating this kind of value. There's nothing behind them. They're crap coins. Now, with the exception of Satoma, Satoma is now doing things. They're creating platforms. They're getting involved in sponsorships. There's use cases for them now. So Satoma went from being a joke to now becoming a legitimate crypto. But people in the crypto market don't want that. And I can tell you right now, our government don't want that. The part of the Great Reset is to make everybody poor. And if these coins keep creating all kinds of millionaires, well, guess what? It makes it really hard to push everybody into universal basic income if they're all rich. So keep an eye on bail-ins. Here it is again. This one right here, I'm telling you, is the biggie. I'm going to start buying up a bunch of these because I really do think they're going to pass up Bitcoin. This right here is a game that I think kids are really going to get into. It's a Pokemon. Look how popular Pokemon is around the world already. So you can imagine the NFTs that are going to be created off this. Kids are going to have NFTs. They're going to play the game because you get to play for money. You can earn money just for playing. You're going to go in there and one day and your kid's going to go, I want to play on Livium. You're going to be like, oh God, go ahead, go play. And you give him like $100. The kid's in there every day. He's addicted. And you're like, man, you need to get off that computer. Hold on, Dad. I'm up $1.2 million. What? Of course, it's exaggerated, but you never know. You never know. Your kid's out there kicking the crap out of people and accumulating monsters, and they're getting powerful, and he's earning his way through the arena and the world ranking. And as he's doing it, there's people betting on him, and he's betting on himself. He's kicking people's butt, and he's getting tokens. I can just see that now, that day. You're all there, big family gathering, friends and everybody. And they go, hey, Bob, yeah? How did your son Steve become so rich? Playing a video game? What? Yeah. He said, I've been out there busting my hump, laying bricks my whole life, and my kid became a millionaire because he played a video game. It's crazy. Just saying, of course I'm being silly. But the sad part is it could be true. So, not a whole lot going on. There are some green here, as you can see, but they're mostly red. I still think the metaverse tokens are a good investment. Livium, for me, is going to be a must-have. So is Ethereum. You'll see when we're talking about different types of cryptos with Gunther, he does mention why it is that he likes Ethereum. He's not saying invest in it. He's just talking about different cryptos that he likes. Doesn't mean he's, one thing I found out, just because he likes them, doesn't mean he has any money in them, is what I found out, which was interesting. But because he's more behind the technology that's behind it, behind the use cases and the use purposes. For those of you out there, you'll love this. He does like XRP, okay? And I was like, the New World Order coin? That's what I said. More on what these people think caused the crash. 3 reasons behind the crypto crash that dragged Bitcoin below 50,000. It said the Fed is their first reason. First, weakness in plain vanilla equities, in part brought about the Federal Reserve taper talk, has investors spooked by speculator assets. Speculators always screw everything up because they panic. They don't know what they're doing. Famed investor Louis Nevillers warned that the U.S. Federal Reserve's tapering could burst the Bitcoin and crypto bubble. That's why you guys got to be careful just in case this guy's right. I don't know how the tapering is going to affect it. Oh, I do know, because after a while you're about to see the true, hopefully, the true numbers in the market, and that it's overinflated and that it's been held up all this time by the quantitative easing. And now that that's stopping, as you're going to see the stock markets drop, it's going to crash. That's why you need gold and silver. Nevler said that Fed's tapering should create a correction in risk assets. Oh, I told you they're inflating risky assets. In which you guys got your 401ks and your IRAs all in. So you're happy that you've seen that huge gain, but you can say bye-bye to it. It's going to go back down. He said it should create a correction in risk assets, of which Bitcoin is a part. He also warned that Bitcoin price could drop below 10,000. Ooh. Yeah. It's time to move into gold and silver, man, and just wait for the market to do what it's going to do. So what do you think is going to happen to everything else? If cryptos go all the way down that low and normal assets go all the way down that low and riskier assets go all the way down that low, sure, you're going to see a slight dip in gold and silver. Who's going to rebound the fastest? Gold and silver. Who's going to have the biggest gain in a shorter period of time? Gold and silver. Once you see a plateau and it starts to normalize, then you take your silver and your gold, and then you go back into riskier assets that you know pay you out. This is what the rich people do. The RONA, obviously the Omicron variant outbreak and the uncertainty surrounding its severity. They're already talking about wanting to close everything down. There's countries around the world in full-fledged shutdown. Although Biden came out and said he's not going to shut the economy down, they're going to. It's all part of that great reset. The holidays, yep, that's what I said. 'Tis the season. Yes, people don't have money for investments right now, although I think it's a smart thing to do. So they're out Christmas shopping. But also, what did I show you guys on the graph? So it does do that. Something about the cryptocurrency market, which you see is once we come out of the summer months and start to get into the seasonal months, October, November, December, the assets all seem to drop down because people are no longer really investing in them. Although that's a big, if you learn the habits and the trends, this is how you can make a lot of money. Know to hang tight to your money, right? When you have a lot, you start getting into the slower season. So somewhere around November, December, it usually bottoms out. That's when you usually buy cryptocurrencies. Buy them. Hold on to them. Let it go through the spring months. You get into summer, like June and July. That's when they're already almost at their peak. Some of them might continue to go up until August, and then they go back down. So what do? You start selling in July, somewhere in August. Sell, hold on to your money, wait for it to go down. See what I'm saying? It's just like a roller coaster ride, but each time it goes a little higher. It doesn't keep going up and down to the same levels. It comes down a little bit, but then goes up much higher. It comes down a little bit, but then goes up higher. But if you pick up the trends, you can make money off of it. None of this is covering the fact that there was a hack, but I do agree with these. Here you go. Listen to this. The metaverse is already here and will give cryptocurrencies the opportunity to make it better. This is from Solana co-founder. Yeah, he's smiling because he's a big part of it. The metaverse will give cryptocurrencies a chance to wipe out broken business models like internet ad platforms, and Solana co-founder said. The metaverse will give cryptocurrencies a chance to wipe out broken business models like internet ad platforms. He said he told insiders in an interview he believed cryptos could make the metaverse better and change how companies use data. Many high-profile investors believe the metaverse could become a $1 trillion opportunity. I think so, but not just in cryptos. They're getting ready. I believe if it hasn't launched yet, it's getting ready to. There's one stock that will cover all the metaverse tokens. It's a stock. That's something to keep an eye on. The metaverse is booming in popularity. Investors are snapping up plots of virtual land and digital luxury items, which companies and sports teams are piling into. Last week, 4 metaverse projects sold for $106 million to Virtual Land, according to DAP Radar. Sandbox, a gaming platform, racked up 86.56 million in digital land sales. Sandbox, there it is again. Decentraland, that's another one we talked about, recorded 15.53 million. So you can see already the names that are starting to stand out. Illuvium, Sandbox, Decentraland. I think all those you can actually buy on Coinbase. I don't know about Illuvium. I don't think I couldn't find anywhere we could buy it in California. I don't know if you could buy it in the United States, but I told you people are telling me they have the VPN and they switch what country they're coming from, and they could buy the token, which is really slick because you're going to be able to get it when it says cheap. Well, it might feel like the next stage in the evolution of the internet is only just started. Solana's co-founder, it's already a reality and one that cryptocurrencies can help improve. Until what? Until you see government interference. So, you heard from the founder of Solana. Metaverse is the tokens in the area that you might consider investing. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying, in my opinion, that seems to be the direction to go into. For us gold and silver people, look at this. The Fed faces another conundrum. The bond market isn't following its lead. Yep, we told you there's a bond market. I'd say there was a bond bubble, a real estate bubble, a crypto bubble, and a stock bubble. All of them are getting ready to bust. And when it does, the one thing that's being held down underwater is going to float to the top. Gold and silver. A gradual end to bond buying might not be sufficient. What the record gap between the GDP growth and the 10-year Treasury is saying. What's it saying? Was Jerome Powell channeling Volcker the past week by admitting the inflation has ceased being transitory? Or will he wind up being more like Greenspan if the bond market fails to follow the Federal Reserve's lead to a higher interest rates? No, it's not going to go up. What does that mean for us, Pimpy? If you're holding on to gold and silver, guess what? In order to keep everything from smashing all the way down, and this is going to be worldwide, by the way, here's the thing. Tapering, what they're trying to tell us this about tapering is this. Oh, look, our economy is doing so good and there's so much confidence out there despite the fact that we don't have anybody going to work. The economy is so good and the dollar is so strong, we don't need to artificially pump up the market no more. We're going to stop doing that. We're going to stop spending our money. We're going to start pulling back on the amount of money. They're still doing it, by the way. They're just going to start pulling it back. And it's supposed to stop by March, where the government will no longer artificially pump up the market. That's what we're being told. And therefore, you should start to see prices go down on things like safe havens, cryptocurrencies, and gold and silver. Why? Because people are so confident in the market that they're going to rush over to riskier investments. That's what they're going to do. That's what they want you to believe. The problem is nobody believes that crap. So if you're going to stop quantitative easing and you think the market's going to continue to stay at this level, you are wrong. How is the Federal Reserve going to raise interest rates? How? As soon as they do it, it's going to cause our debt to go up, our national debt. Look how much money that we got borrowed. So as soon as they raise the interest rates, everything is going to become a lot more expensive. We're already in inflation. It's going to take us into superinflation and then right into hyperinflation. People are going to stop spending money because they can't afford anything. This is a debt-based economy. They want you enslaved. They want you out there buying. They want you in debt. People are going to get stingier with their money. What does this force them to do? Go ahead, anybody? You in the back room there. Pimpy. Revalue gold. Their debt to GDP is at 140+%. In order for them to raise interest rates without causing a panic, they have to bring it down to somewhere around 75% GDP, debt to GDP. So that's why I'm trying to jump on this bandwagon. I'm hoping that cryptocurrencies go up enough to where I make a pretty good, I'll take it tens of thousands of dollars, grab that bad boy and go right into gold and silver. So it looks to me like the bond market didn't get the memo to go along with its agenda. They're stuck. They have no choices. I don't know what they're going to do. We have Basel III kicking in here on the 1st. And the last, there's just the London area, it got the exemption. Once that bad boy ends, what are they going to do? What are their solutions? Inflation is going up. You can usually taper down inflation by raising interest rates. They can't do that because we have so much debt. We have so much debt because nobody's spending. You artificially pumping up the market to try to make everybody believe that our economy is good and everybody's happy. That whole fraud is about to collapse. Hang on tight, gold and silver people. What I used to say? Oh yeah, we are 6.5 seconds into an 8-second ride on top of Bodacious. That's right. We got 1.5 seconds left to hit the end of this 8-second ride, and we become the champs. So hang tight. With the futures contracts coming to an end over here in December for cryptocurrencies, let's see what it does to the market. Cryptos, that is. Welcome to our world, by the way, crypto. Meanwhile, where everything is crashing down into the water, and those of us who've been held down like a beach ball are going to shoot up to the top. Anyways, let me know what you think, you guys. That's it for now. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so. Because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.